Hi, I'm Taylor.
And I'm Nicole. In this episode, we are talking about our morning routines. And Taylor gets mad at me at the end. So if you listen to the whole thing, you can hear us argue about a worthy thing.
A rare occasion.
A what? Rare?
A rare occasion.
Yeah. Okay.
How dare you?
If you want episodes early and exclusives, please subscribe to our membership at glitteringcatlitter.com or our YouTube channel, and you will get exclusives, all of that fun stuff. And please like and subscribe this, and yeah, hope you enjoy.
Glittering cat litter.
Glittering cat litter.
Am I talking to Darth Vader? Cool kids. Cool keys. Cool keys. Do you think that's what he's saying the whole time? Cookies?
Yeah, 100% he's talking about cookies the entire time.
I have another cookie recipe that I want to make, but I feel like it's too soon since my last cookie recipe.
When was the last time you made cookies?
What day is today?
I don't know.
Sunday?
Tuesday.
Maybe I made them Sunday?
I didn't take a picture of cookies.
I don't think I did either. I could maybe tell you from my weigh-in the next day.
That's not that helpful at all. I have nothing to help me with the cookie situation.
I might.
Wait, why is it a big deal when we had cookies last?
Because I wanted to do 1 to 2 cookie recipes a week. Because I feel like more than that is too many cookies.
Who says?
My stomach.
Does going to Disneyland count against your cookie making?
No.
Oh.
That's separate. Did I take a picture of the cookies?
You made them on Saturday.
I did?
Yeah, you had to have.
Why?
Because I ate the last cookie on Sunday.
You're right.
And you gave your mother a cookie on Sunday.
Does it count if I did half the recipe so it was only 10 cookies?
What does the amount of cookies have to do with whether or not you're setting the stipulations?
You're right. How many cookies is too many cookies?
The whole batch?
Okay, I didn't eat the whole batch. I ate most of it.
Right.
But I also threw away the extra icing.
That's not where the calories are, I think, in the cookies. I feel like it's in the massive amounts of butter that I taste in the grainy.
It really wasn't even that much butter. I think it was 1 stick.
It felt like a lot of butter.
The recipe was 2 sticks, and I halved the recipe. So
Math.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know.
Wild.
Yeah.
We're here.
Did you eat the cookie for lunch?
Dessert for lunch. Yeah.
I had it for breakfast.
Or dessert after lunch, not
after. Okay.
It was not my It was not my lunch.
I had my greens, then I had my breakfast, then I had my cookie with my coffee.
That cookie disintegrated, when you touched it. So what'd you do? It just became your coffee? You just had
No, I didn't dip it in my coffee.
Oh.
I just ate it with my coffee.
I think I had milk.
That's a good choice.
It's better than coffee.
I don't know.
I do.
It was like a cinnamon roll. That's good with milk or with coffee.
I don't know, man.
Or coffee with milk.
I don't really want cinnamon roll and coffee. Hit me with milk or nothing.
Just dry.
No, it's covered in icing.
Yeah, that's fair. Thank you for doing all the things for me this morning. Taylor did all the things for me this morning.
What did I do? I did.
You made me oatmeal.
Yes, I did.
You made me coffee.
Oh, I did that too.
You did fill my athletic greens, but you usually do that.
Yeah.
And you put the things on my skate.
Oh, the rubber things. No.
Magnets.
Yes. Did you just eyebrow lift? Magnets. Woo. I can't even do it.
Because it's fun. It's a fun little adventure. I'm trying this new thing where I put microphones on my skates to record ASMR stuff of me skating. But today there were 3 guys playing basketball. So I haven't listened back to see what it sounds like.
Probably way quieter anyway, so it wouldn't matter. Like,
I don't know.
the audio from them would be way quieter.
From the phone, it's pretty loud. But the phone was closer to them, honestly, than it was to me. So
It's not the same thing anyway.
right. Anyway,
And
we'll see.
Was your phone vertical or this way?
That way.
And the camera was facing this way, right?
Yeah.
And the guys are over there. Where's the microphone on the phone?
Wait. The camera. Let me have it.
The guys were over there.
Over there. On the other side of it.
Directly behind it?
Yeah, a little to the side.
Like that way.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Where's the microphone on the phone?
The bottom?
Where's that pointing closer to?
To them.
Uh-huh. Where are you?
Over here.
Yeah. Does that answer why it's louder for you?
This is not the first time we've had this conversation. This is the second time we've had this conversation because I wanted to record something and you literally just did that exact same thing. Well, this was like 2 years ago when you did it. You held up the phone and you were like, okay, where is the microphone? And I said, where? And you were like, and where were you trying to record? And I was like, trying to record the opposite. And
Yeah.
you were like, well,
I mean,
that's not going to work.
There
that
is
well.
one here, and there's one here, and there's one here. But when you're recording a video like this, that's priority, that's secondary priority, and this is like barely anything.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I'm not the developer for this, but like if you talk into the microphone, it's here and a little bit there.
Yeah.
But this is not as good of a microphone as this one, so it prioritizes this.
Okay. And the speakers are on both sides, right?
The top and the bottom.
Okay.
I mean, it might be on
We'll
both
see.
sides.
I haven't-
don't know.
We'll see when I listen back to it. But I was in bed a little longer than I should have, so I needed help getting all the things done.
You were bed riddled.
No,
Yeah, because you didn't want to get out.
I was reading.
Yeah, it was a hard read.
I'm almost done. I have 40 more pages of this book. Thank you, Elaine. Elaine gave me a book.
That's almost done. That's so many pages.
No,
That makes me
it's
tired.
little. It's little. It's not like
But
heavy
But
pages.
40 sounds like a lot. That's a lot of stuff.
I can finish it. I want to finish it in the next sitting, but it's going to be a while because she said I'm going to cry.
40 pages and what? That's like hours.
Yeah, if they were like big
I read like
pages, but they're not. Have you seen the book? It's little.
it doesn't change my answer. You hand me something that's like 40 pages, it's gonna take me like a year.
I'm not you. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes me.
So many pages.
But it's such a sweet book. It's so good.
Oh.
And she said, I'm going to cry. I said, I wanted to finish it today, but we needed to record this. And she said, it's better to wait because you're going to cry. I was like, okay, that's
and
fair.
it's a hot day, so it's not very wintry today. It's like
That's
80.
okay. I can dream.
It says 78. I don't believe it.
Yeah, it looked like really ugly on the freeway today.
That's so rude of you.
Over in Orange, like where you can usually see Angel Stadium and stuff off the freeway, couldn't see any of it. It was like super hazy and gross.
Windy. Gross. Santa Ana's.
Is that what it said?
Oh, the app? Here, I could probably read it too.
Oh no,
Is it
if
gonna
it's
be
bad,
inappropriate?
don't be. We're not X-rated.
No, it's not that bad. Too bad you don't get superpowers from the sun's radiation.
That's not bad.
No, that one's not that good.
Taylor has an inappropriate weather app.
It's called Carrot. It's my favorite weather app.
We may have talked about it on here before,
Probably have. It's
but
not
it's usually very inappropriate
the watch one. I don't feel like is nearly as inappropriate as this one.
because they're afraid people will see it.
Let's see.
Like if it's
No,
open.
no, they're not. No, it does it. Oh, here we go. It refreshed. Let's see. Ah, no, it's not refreshing on there. Okay, what's it say on here? That's stupid. It's talking about Grand Theft Auto 6. Honestly, it's good for current events. If
Yeah,
you
that's
need some
fair.
current events.
Grand Theft Auto 6?
Yeah, They have a new
Did
one
it
coming
just
out.
come out?
There was a trailer that came out. I don't think it has gameplay yet.
I feel like they'd be on like 12 by now.
No, they didn't make them for a while.
Really?
I guess. You're talking to a guy who doesn't even own a console.
Yeah, but like Grand Theft Auto was like at the skating rink when I was little.
I mean, we have Grand Theft Auto Vice City, or no, San Andreas? Which one do I have? We have whichever one was the newest one on PlayStation 2. Still have a PlayStation 2, by the way. If you ever need to play some of those games, they didn't hold up.
No, we don't play that very often. But
We have a Switch too.
yes, we don't play that very often either. We're not big game people. I hit my microphone. I never hit my microphone.
That's not true. You've hit it like every episode the past.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm getting animated with my hands.
Yeah. Well, your thing also is you smack the table and your rings go clackety clack, or you hit the table and it shakes the microphone.
Clackety clack.
Yeah.
Taylor has a long morning routine.
I feel like it's not very long.
How long do you think it takes you? Like if you had an appointment at 10 a.m.
What am I, 70? I have appointments?
I had an appointment at 10 a.m. today.
You have appointments?
It was the dentist appointment.
Sounds so old. Makes me feel poopy. Well, okay, Sunday mornings are probably the ones where I have to be the fastest because I don't want to wake up at...
Yeah, I don't want like
the
an
butt crack of dawn.
accelerated one. I want like...
normal?
Yeah.
Oh. Like an hour? Maybe an hour and a half? It's not that long. If I stay on track, if I keep going, we're good. If I get distracted by anything, I don't know, like Instagram or something, it takes me a lot longer. I get all
Taylor
lost.
does the typical thing of Instagram where like if he has to open his phone, he opens it to Instagram and does like 2 scrolls and then remembers what he was supposed to do. He literally just did that before we recorded this.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't like that happens.
It's like your brain doesn't work.
Yeah, my
right.
brain goes like, okay, what are we doing? Oh, there's an Instagram notification. Okay, dope. Okay, let me reply to the message. That's actually like a useful or like a work-ish related like podcast or something thing I should comment back on. And I go, oh, I have a bunch of messages. And I just start watching the memes that everyone sends me. And I go, why did I grab my phone?
He had enough time to watch something, say to me what it was, and when we should book a Disneyland reservation, which he didn't even say we should. He just mentioned that there was a thing happening at Disneyland. And then I had enough time to make...
Why are you being vague about it? There's a Ducks Day at Disneyland. It's February 22nd and 23rd. It's not like it's secret.
I wasn't thinking it was a secret. I just didn't feel like explaining it. But I had enough time to make a reservation. I'm hitting like confirm, and he's like, oh, I went on here to post a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like...
Post the podcast promo for today's podcast.
Goodness.
It's a Tuesday. We got to post the podcast.
We've been recording so like on each week, like the week that it comes out.
Yeah.
It feels weird.
That's because you're disorganized.
What? Me? Disorganized?
Yeah.
No.
I can't go any higher than that. That was...
What?
I'm surprised I got my
I'm
voice
not
that high.
even that disorganized now.
I mean... that's true enough.
Yeah.
But you're not that organized.
I'm pretty organized.
But we're talking about my morning routine, and how do we get here? Oh, because I said I'd get distracted by Instagram. Yeah. That's true. I do get distracted by Instagram. Who were we talking? We were talking to somebody about like, it does not matter, morning routines. And I was like, yeah, so here's what I do in the morning. I do this. And as I start naming off all the things that I do that like are really helpful to my morning routine, the person's face, I don't remember who it was, but it was just like, they were like, oh, cool. Okay. They're like, that is so many things. They're like, I'm lucky if I just do anything, like brush my teeth and go.
Yeah.
I was like, well, let's time that out. That's never been me. I can't just brush my teeth and go. I will.
You never did
lose
that like
my
for
marbles.
school?
Hell no.
Really?
Hell no.
What did you do in high school?
I don't know. That's so long ago.
Because I was like a get ready in 5 minutes, get out the door person until 2020 when I could stay home.
What did I do in high school? I don't know. Most of the time I would just,
You didn't eat breakfast.
I mean, then I was going to bed at like 5. So I would just like
And
get
then you
up.
had a 0 period,
Yeah,
right?
so I get up at like, those days I get up at 4. Or go to bed at 4. Get up at like 6.
Oh my God.
I don't know. So that's a wild time. I don't know how I did it.
I can't believe how much, no, not how much, how little sleep we used to get.
Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely have no idea what I did in high school. I feel like I've never been a breakfast person.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably would just get up and like I would turn music on or something or I don't know if I would put headphones in. I don't even remember if I had headphones then. Not were there headphones, because there were headphones, but I don't remember like what I was listening with. It was probably when Skull Candies were kind of big, actually.
Yeah, I was going to
I remember. There was Skull Candy. I had the Apple ones, but it was way before they did any of the like in-ear ones. They were the what they're now called as the ear pods, or the like AirPod V1s. You know, like not the Pros, the regular AirPods. It's like that shape.
Yeah.
That never ever in my whole life have stayed in my ears.
Yeah.
The worst.
Mm-hmm. I would wear them like warming up for skating and like jump roping, and they would just fall out.
Yeah. Trying to think, because I don't think I did over the head headphones. You know, because you had like a kid and you have
and your hair would have messed up your hair.
I didn't care about that then. I literally didn't do anything to my I don't think I've used product. Oh no, I did in high school. That's right. Like hairspray and the other like pasty stuff that was like bedhead or whatever the brand
Taylor
was.
had like a mop.
Yeah, I was like, well, no, mop doesn't do it justice. I was like full on scene kid.
Yeah.
Like the back of the hair was just, and then the front was like the crossover your.
But it was really long.
Forehead and
like senior year was really long.
Freshman year was shoulder length straight.
I didn't know him. I knew him, but I didn't know him.
I think it was freshman or sophomore year. It was just like as long as I could get it.
Because it was dark. Like it looked dark in old photos. That was like sophomore year when it was really long.
I don't think you have the same recollection of my hair as my hair actually was, because it was 7th grade. I got it was before I went to like a real haircut place. So like Supercuts just absolutely wrecked me. And I said, I only want a trim. Just take like no more than half an inch off. And they straight up went with a 2 across my head. And I ended up with no hair. And I was like, I went out to the car crying. Like I was pissed. But it was too late by the time I had any idea what they were doing.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
also
sad.
My mom sent me in there by myself. I don't know what was going on then, but
she wanted you to be independent.
I guess that's where we went wrong. And then I had just like, I think I had spiky hair in 8th grade.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right.
And then it got long. I think I let it go long in 9th grade, and it was truly like the just high school or moppy, but like to my shoulders. Like it was full long hair to my shoulders.
Yeah.
Like to the point where it started to curl at my like shoulder collarbones. And then I got it cut to be like the scene kid, like short in the back, where it's just like a total mess. Like you just got up but it's like across your forehead and like going down and around. And I had that until Tori cut my hair.
Okay.
And then Tori cut my hair to have the like shaved sides still long-ish front. And then this.
That's
the
wild.
Crazy thing is, it was like the mop one for like, I don't know, 6-7 years. And then it was the like sides really short, back usually really short, long front for like, I hate that I can say 10 years probably, or 8 years, 10 years.
The entire time we were together until last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Giant glasses.
At least 9 years.
I will like, I not that I don't even care, and I don't think anybody that listens to this would think this. Maybe they would, but like the whole like everybody thought I was wearing like big glasses and long hair and everything because Skrillex. I'm like, look, I absolutely adore what that dude has done with his career in music, but that was never the point. I had
you
big
never
glasses.
wanted to look like him.
No, I bought big glasses before I had any idea who he was.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I just want the biggest glasses I can buy. And I bought, remember the store in Metro Park?
Uh-huh.
When you go to check out, because that store, like right when it first started was dope, especially for like, was like cheap and like, it was exactly.
Was that in the mall?
Yeah. It was like the same clothes that like I would want to wear anyway.
Yeah.
And they had like $5 or $10 sunglasses that you just like grab
Yeah.
it like when you go to check out, like just the add-on purchase.
Yeah.
And I found a pair of them. I think I still have, I'm pretty sure I kept them because it was sentimental. But it's like the first, I just grabbed one and put them on. And I was like, if I pop the lenses out of these would work as like glasses.
Yeah.
And I took them to the optometrist and I was like, can you make these my prescription? And they're like, yeah.
So sick.
And literally they were like, we've never had a prescription this big. We've never put lenses in a glasses, like in a frame that's this big. And they were like, this is crazy. And then I went back in there and her name's Linda, the lady. She's helped me the whole time for like 15 years that I've been going there. And the last time I went in there, I brought these in and she was like, they're not as big, but they're sick. And I'm like, and then she went to like measure them out and she took them into the light and she was like, they're translucent blue. I was like, isn't that crazy?
So funny.
But
the big glasses were such a thing. Like
I know.
I had big Warby Parkers.
Yeah.
That were huge.
Yeah.
Like way too big for my face.
Yeah.
But that was the thing.
Yeah. I will say that I did because Skrillex had like there was an interview or something because I like once I found out about him and started liking electronic music, I was like, I followed everybody. And then like, so he was posting about like somebody asked like what glasses he wears and he like tagged the brand and I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, where are they? And they're at Active.
The Sabers or
yeah. And so I like went to Active and I was just like, oh, it's cool to try that brand, but I didn't really care if it was that brand or another brand, but all the other brands were like surfer, basically Ray-Ban ripoffs.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, no, what I really like is that they have a matte black frame. Like that's the coolest thing ever. And no one else had a matte black frame. And so I bought a pair and then I wore those forever and they were huge, but then the company just like disappeared.
Mm-hmm. Glasses are such a like statement, especially when you wear them as much as you do.
Yeah.
Like when Taylor doesn't have his glasses on or like his license photo doesn't have his glasses on.
I'm so mad about that.
I'm used to seeing him without glasses. Like I know what his face looks like, but people are always shocked. They're like, oh my gosh, you don't have glasses on. Like I wouldn't even recognize you. And it's like your face really looks the same. But
I was going to say, like when people think I look so different without my glasses on, it's not different. I just can't see. Like, so I'm, you know what? I might make a different face a little bit because I can't actually like comprehend 8 feet away from me or whatever.
I think your face is the same, but I don't know. It's just such a funny thing because it's like a haircut is like your glasses that you choose. But for me, like I need new glasses or I need to put a new prescription in my glasses.
Yeah.
But I have 3. I'm not like Taylor. Like I'm not going to invest in my glasses because I only wear them for like an hour a day. I should probably wear them for about 2 to 3 hours a day. But I rarely wear them. And I have 3 frames currently that are like very cheap. And I could just replace the prescription, the lens. But I'm like, no, I want like a nicer pair of glasses. Not as nice as you probably.
I don't buy cheap glasses because I wear them every day. It's kind of like, I don't know. I guess I could buy the cheap. Well, I've had the cheap ones.
Yeah.
And I just.
You had graduated to a nicer pair of glasses.
Yeah. Because I was always
not
buying.
A pair. Set. No.
It's a pair of glasses.
But it's not 2. I guess it's 2 lenses.
2 frames. Yeah. Yeah. 1 frame, 2 lenses. But I mean, there's more expensive glasses, but like, I don't know. I go to the stores to find a pair of glasses that like I think look good on my face.
Yeah.
Which is surprisingly like it's not as easy as it sounds.
No, it's a process.
Like straight up, I can't go into Sunglass Hut. Like they don't have a frame that like I go, yeah, this works.
They have plenty of frames that would work, but you don't like them.
But I'm just like, I'm not gonna go buy a Ray-Ban and just have it on my face. Like, come on.
I have Ray-Bans.
Yeah, come on. But look at me. I don't just put Ray-Bans on this thing. Me. This
Oh
thing
my
deserves more than Ray-Bans.
Gosh.
I've been
Okay,
doing this
fair.
long enough
Fair.
that I can't just put Ray-Bans on my face.
The funniest thing was, if you know glasses brands, Oliver Peoples is like the nice. Warby Parker like rips Oliver Peoples off, and I had Warby Parkers on.
I don't know if it's like rip off. It's like inspiration. I mean, I guess it's kind of rip off, but anyway,
Whatever way you want to look at
Yeah.
it. Like, I buy Warby Parker because I like them and I don't need to spend much money on my glasses. And I wore them into Oliver Peoples because I wanted to try on their frames and see like what it felt like, what the difference was, if it was worth the money, which I do think it is worth the money, but I have yet to buy them. But the girl working was like, "Oh, I really like your frames." The cat feeder just went off.
Gotta give it a second. It's gonna do it like 2 more times,
How many times does it do it? That was the second one. 3?
I think.
Why doesn't it just do it?
Because it's the mechanism spins. So when you tell it how much to give it, it's 4 times.
4.
So it might be 5 times because it's set to
Oh, you
40
said
or
it.
50 grams. So I think each spin is 10 grams.
I think
It's 4
dumb.
times.
That automatic feeder. Wait, let me finish my story. So I'm wearing frames and I go into Oliver Peoples, and the girl that's helping me is like, "I really like your frames. Are they ours?" And I'm like, "No." And I take them off and she's like, "Oh my gosh, they do such a good job."
She's like, it really looked like Oliver Peoples.
She was like really impressed. And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I hate that, but I get it." And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, how important is it to you? Like, you could buy,
Yeah.
it's like, it's like anything. It's like, do you want the nicer one because you want the build quality and to take care of it and whatever? Or do you want the cheaper one and you have to take care of it, otherwise it's not going to work well or
Yeah.
whatever it is? But it's like, I don't know. Because it's like, you could buy IKEA or you could buy like the brand Hem.
Right.
That, or whatever, and it's like they make very similar like Scandinavian design stuff, and so you can buy that, or like the nice one that's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, like very expensive for a couch,
Like
or maybe
4
not
times
that.
the price.
Yeah, like 4 times the price of IKEA, or you could buy IKEA 4 times,
Yeah.
and then you've met that. So like, where is it worth it to
Yeah.
you? And it's like, for me, putting glasses on my face, I'm not going to buy like a random brand that's just okay, or like it feels kind of okay. Like, I'm going to
Yeah.
buy ones that look good, but also feel like they're higher quality. Cause like, I don't want to have to be like, well, if I accidentally drop them or if something hits me in the face, are they going to break? Like, I've had glasses before where I got hit in the face and it broke,
Yeah.
you know?
He pointed at me. I didn't hit him in the face.
No. I did. That was, yeah.
But I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah.
He got hit with a basketball.
Yeah, I don't even remember that whole story,
Yeah.
but I was so mad about that.
Yeah.
If you wear glasses and you've gotten hit on the side of the face with the glasses, it's not, or if you don't wear glasses and you've been hit in the side of the face, like, sure, that sucks.
Yeah.
The difference, though, with having glasses is it pushes here and the bridge of your nose gets all of the force.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, it's like almost like you break your nose whenever you get hit there, which I know some people probably have.
One of the scariest things, it's happened multiple times to the same person. Poor Barbara. Barbara from the rink. There's an older woman that teaches Barbara, and she has fallen a few times, hopefully not recently, but she's fallen a few times over the past decade. And it's not the fall that injures her. It's her glasses hitting the ground. So it's like she would be injured, obviously, because anything hitting the ground.
What is she doing with her hands?
I don't know.
You just put them to your side, brace for impact, and
I
smack
don't
your
know.
face? Like,
She's a little bit older. Maybe she doesn't have time to catch. I don't know. But it's always her face. It's always her glasses like puncturing her face. It's not like her breaking her nose. So I don't understand how that happens. But I don't think she skates anymore. She still teaches, but I don't think she's on skates. So
that's
probably
I
better.
mean, I hit my face the other day.
On our cabinet.
Yeah, that pissed me off so much.
I was making dinner and he was helping me, and I didn't close one of the cabinets, and I got foil out and was using it and was going to like put it away and close the cabinet. And he turned around from the trash can and ran right into it. But where did it hit you?
It was literally right here on the glasses. I turned.
Oh, because I saw the mark on your nose.
And it pushed really hard, and it's jarring because like if it was to hit the side of your head, you're like, oh yeah, something came from the side, but it's like you don't see it, and then it like shoves your glasses into your nose, and then you're like,
yeah,
my whole face has to like process what just happened.
Yeah.
Hurts.
That was my bad for leaving the cabinet open.
Anyway, to go all the way through that story,
yes,
my hair was never because of Skrillex, nor my glasses, but I did get called Skrillex a lot, and it pissed me off for a long time. Most people knew that like that was like, just don't like, even though I resemble it a little bit, it was never a thing, but like also, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. I like electronic music. I knew what I was getting into when I was writing electronic music and stuff, and it was like, I was like, well, people are obviously going to think that,
Yeah.
But
such is life. Let people think whatever.
Yeah. Also, I didn't even choose that hairstyle, which is funny. Tori did. I was like, Tori, because I have cul-de-sacs that I've had forever. I call them cul-de-sacs. It's literally my hairline. I've had it my entire life. Yeah. But I was like, I have these and I'm super self-conscious about them, and I have long hair. So keep my hair covering that.
Yeah.
And then I don't care what it looks like, but just leave that, whatever style you want to go. And Tori cut my hair that way.
Yeah.
And I just left it, and I thought it looked cool, and I liked it, and I just like let it go.
I'm proud of you for cutting your hair. I don't know if we've talked about that on here, but like that was a big deal that you cut your hair and you changed your hairstyle.
It had been the exact same for, it's got to have been 10 years.
It has to be, yeah. But that was a really big deal. And then
it was terrifying for like the first few days. And we were in Nashville the whole time. I was just like, here we go. Well, I had to have a beanie on because it was freezing.
Did you wear a beanie?
I had to buy a beanie. Well, no, I didn't have to. I wanted a beanie.
I had to.
Or did I probably brought one.
No, you bought one at the coffee shop.
Yeah, but did I not bring one?
I don't know. I think I did.
Maybe I didn't bring one because I knew Tori was going to cut my hair, and I was so excited that he was going to cut my hair that I didn't bring anything. But I was so cold the whole time that I had to buy one.
Yeah.
When we went, it was the first cold of the year, and it was below 30.
Was it?
At night. Not during the day. Well, during the day it was like 50.
I only remember the one windy, like when we were on the bridge.
And it was so cold.
Yeah.
But it was everybody there was talking about like, oh, you have to do these things and you have to turn off the water or do whatever to like not freeze your pipes and stuff. And I was like, I'll never live in a place that I can't do it. Just if it's cold, I'm going to put a jacket on me. Don't ruin my house, please.
Last night we were watching a thing about the new Cybertruck. Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. Tesla Cybertruck. And Marquez Brownlee was talking about like, oh, well, in cold weather, I don't know if this door would open correctly or like the windshield wiper would move correctly. And I was like, where does he live? Like those thoughts did not even cross my mind. Like, my thought would be, oh, is the car going to be cold like where I have to touch it? Like if it's metal, like when it's cold outside, when it's like 40 or 50, not like, oh, it's going to be 0 degrees and there's going to be ice on the car. That didn't even cross my mind. I was like, wow, the things that I don't have to think of, like there's quite a lot of them.
Yeah, good old Southern California. Keep it moderate.
Okay, let's go back to your morning routine.
So my morning routine is, I guess, excessive and long, and it's great, and I like it, and it works well for me.
Why did we develop this? Do you even remember?
I wanted to do, well, it's kind of been like a long process because it wasn't just like, it didn't just like, okay, I'm doing it. It was like, I've always done push-ups and planks every morning. Planks, plural. It's one. I do one. I don't do multiple.
Push-ups and plank.
It's always been, it's always been 10 push-ups and a minute of planks. It's just forever. It's just been that. I'm like, I'm not
You've
doing it.
You've always done that?
Since like high school.
Okay.
So it's been like, like 20 years that I've been doing that. But I'm not doing it to like, well, I guess then I was doing it to like do any form of exercise. And I was like, and that's my limit. But
Oh, how things change.
yeah, but so like now it's actually kind of silly to do it, but I'm like, it's just
It's
kind
a
of a
good
habit.
way to wake up.
Well, that's not the first thing I do. It's
Okay.
like the end.
Okay.
But so I do that. Now I do the push-ups. I don't really care which position I do. I don't really try to change it. I go exercise to do things that work out those muscles weekly.
Yesterday,
so I don't.
I asked him about some other form of push-up, and he tried a clap push-up and a diamond, and he could do them all. And I was like,
well, I've been able to do the diamond ones for a long time. They're
I
actually,
didn't know this. I was very impressed.
the diamond ones are a lot harder now because I think I'm so much as a whole stronger, but not specifically
Your
what is it,
arms.
triceps or whatever is specifically the diamond. So that's a little bit rough. But
I asked you if you could do tricep push-ups. That's why that started.
Yeah, I can do. I think the hardest is probably the diamond one.
I haven't tried that, and I haven't done push-ups in
Well, you shouldn't be doing push-ups,
months.
Miss Arthritis. No push-ups for you. But I did the push-up to the clap. I can do it totally fine. But I did one, and my wrists were like, "Bro, we are not doing that."
Yeah, like on the way down, you were like,
"Yeah."
Ow.
When I caught myself, I was like, "Absolutely not! Are we doing this again?" I was like, "I'm not even. I can do more than one, but I'm no,
not worth it.
Not worth it. It's not. I'm not here for that." But so I get up, and then I make coffee. Well, I feed the cats, and then I make coffee. I let the cats out. Gosh, I have to okay, hold on. Okay, so I get up. No, I'm totally messed up.
I'm in bed this entire time.
Yeah, you're
but
asleep.
No, not necessarily.
Okay,
I'll get to me after you.
Okay,
Go for it.
I get up. I usually snooze my alarm and I sit on Instagram or Threads or something for a little bit. But mostly it's not because I need to be on that. It's more like I will fall back asleep and I need something to like push me to wake up. And because anybody that's like, "Oh yeah, you just gotta get up," I'm like, bro, if you want a like not mean Taylor, don't ever make me do that.
You told me that the other day.
Yeah, okay, we'll get to you in a minute. Because I've got bones to pick with you on some of those things.
Oh, boy.
Miss set an alarm for 5 a.m. and you just literally don't even snooze it and wake me up.
I know. Okay. Pause on me. Go.
So I get up, I do that. I get out of bed usually within like 30 minutes, sometimes longer. And then I do like face stuff. I like what? Like
moisturizer and stuff.
Yeah.
Eye cream.
And I brush my teeth. And then I let the cats out. And then I feed and I open all the windows and stuff. And then I turn on music, which now it's like holiday music, but usually it's just like jazz. And then,
it's jazzy holiday music.
Yeah, because I am too lazy at that time in the morning to find the like regular holiday music playlist. I just haven't found it. I can't remember where it is. So I'm like, well, this one's on the recent played. It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
It's chill. It'll put me to sleep if I'm not careful.
Yeah.
And then I make coffee. Well, I feed the cats. I make coffee, and then I like do like a morning journal, and then I like will weigh myself, and then I drink water. I'll drink like a glass of water, and then athletic greens. And lately, I've changed it. I've been having breakfast, so I've been having like oatmeal, maybe an egg or something, and then I like kind of see what my days got situated, like a little task situation. And then I do like a little bit of Duolingo, and then I do the push-ups and planks, and then I stretch for like 10 to 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And the stretching is like that. Well, and then I like get dressed for like
the day
to exist. Yeah. Which I'm not somebody who just like wears stuff that you can't wear outside.
We briefly talked about this with your sweatpants.
Yes.
He makes himself presentable.
I am ready to leave the house, sans shoes, pretty much at all times.
Yeah.
Like, but the sweatpants one, like I really like the sweatpants. I mean, it's too hot today, but like I like the sweatpants. and I'll leave the house in the sweatpants, but that one's like dodgy. Like depending on where we're going, I'm changing.
Did you wear your sweatpants to Ralph's the other night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm like, why would I change to go to the
It
store
was
for like
5
5 minutes?
minutes.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not against wearing sweatpants out, but like I'm going to make myself presentable because I want to be presentable, and I'm not lazy,
Yeah.
so I don't need to look lazy.
I have a hard time wearing sweatpants out because, well, maybe not so much now, but I had a traumatizing experience because I was selling a $1 million home and I had an open house. It was a Sunday. It was the last open house of the weekend. So I did a really big open house. I met this couple that was like really in the market for the home. I had talked to them. I had talked to them again on the phone after the open house. We were possibly going to write up an offer, like all of this very like serious businessy things. And then I think I was with you. I like changed and was like hanging out at the house in sweatpants, looked terrible, like took off my makeup, everything, and just looked like wiped out because it was the end of the weekend. We went to Rite Aid to get ice cream and I ran into them. And I looked like already it was me, like my insecurities. I was very young. I was like not new to real estate, but I felt like because I was young, people had a hard time taking me seriously. And then I looked like not professional at all. And I was like, hi, and like talked to them. And I was like, they're not going to buy that house from me when I left. And they didn't buy the house from me. But I don't know whatever happened to them. I don't know what they thought. But yeah, that was a traumatizing experience. And then after that, I was like, I need to look professional when I walk out because this is a very small town and I'm going to run into people.
See? Makes sense.
Yeah.
And why not be prepared if something happens and you go, I got to go.
Yeah, exactly. But it was like
be ready.
9 p.m.
Well, that doesn't make sense. That's stupid. But I also have come around to being willing to wear, not wear. I've come around to changing into multiple things in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Where like I used to be very like, this is what I'm wearing all day.
Yeah.
Period.
I think going to the gym changed that for you.
It was before that.
Really?
Yeah. It was like, I don't want to be at the house in jeans all the time. Oh, I also think that it was just I was heavier.
Yeah.
So like all of my clothing was a little bit tighter. So like wearing jeans was not as comfortable all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas like now it's fine and it doesn't really affect me.
Yeah.
So
strange.
Yeah.
I've shifted my morning routine. I've tried a lot of different things and I had to admit to myself that they just weren't working after a while. And I was actually like creating more anxiety for myself. So like I used to in bed first thing, I would write. I would like journal for the day. And that went really well. That was really healthy. It was really helpful. And then at some point I was like, I should get out of bed. Like I shouldn't do this in bed. And so I tried to do it like in here. I tried to do it out on the couch. Like I tried a few different things and I don't know why I felt like I just shouldn't be in bed, but I fought it for a long time. And then I think it was on the podcast. I think I said like, I really wish I like stayed in bed and did that. And you were like, well, why don't you? And I was like, I don't know. So I went back to doing that in bed. So currently I journal in bed and then I read a little bit because I realized that I enjoy reading and I like reading a little bit each day, but I won't do it if I don't do it first thing in the morning. It just won't happen. So I've been reading like a chapter after I write, and then I get up and I weigh myself and I have my athletic greens. And then I used to make myself stretch first thing in the morning. But recently I've realized that stretching after we go to the gym is more helpful for me. And I think it helps me sleep a little bit better. Not right before bed, but like an hour before bed is ideal. And like last night I had to roll out my feet because they were hurting really bad right before bed. And you were like, come to bed, please. And I was like, I have to roll my feet out because they hurt.
What did you do? Just from walking at Disneyland?
I don't know. Something's happening with my body where like if I don't stretch, it doesn't hurt. My feet don't hurt.
But if you stretch, it hurts.
But if I stretch, my feet hurt.
What if you stretched for like a month straight? Then would it be better? I can tell you the answer probably.
I can let you know.
If you'll do it.
I'll do it. But like stretching in the morning was nice, but I like to stretch for a minimum of 30 minutes and it just takes up too much time in the morning. So I prefer to actually like get to work, and my brain actually likes that, prefers that. I don't need like a lot of time to warm up or like start computing. So like right after I start my athletic greens, I'll start working, and then I'll throw in Duolingo somewhere in there, and then I'll make my coffee, which like a few days ago, his mom came over and it was like 11 and she was like, what are you doing? Because I was in the kitchen. I was like, I'm making coffee. And she was like, this is your first coffee? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh my goodness. And I was like, yeah. Oh, I forget that that's a little weird now. Like I used to have coffee first thing. When you had coffee,
yeah,
you would make me espresso. And now I've been waiting and I'm totally fine without coffee in the morning, like even to start working.
Yeah. I've learned that I'm quite strong-willed. So I do well with making a habit when I decide I'm going to do it, or I want to try something. It's very, very easy for me. Even when it's difficult for me to like push myself to do it, it's still very easy for me to do it, which I know is not the case for a lot of people. So like when I say that like my morning routine is like 10 things long that are like pretty in depth, like because me like writing or to like journal in the morning, that's like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. And then creating the time to like stretch and do Duolingo and, you know, all the things. That's kind of a long list. And like, I really, truly don't miss. Like I don't.
It's really crazy to me that like none of that.
Oh, go ahead. Keep on.
None of that even crossed my mind. Like over the years, even like when we were together, even when we were first married, like the first however many years of us being together, even living here, I would just run out the door and go teach. Like nothing. I would grab a granola bar, fill a water bottle, put on a little bit of makeup and go.
I'd be surprised if we even had a granola bar.
Fair. But
it'd be like a bag of chips or something.
No, I never did that.
We also didn't have like snack chips. You'd have to take the whole bag with you. We don't buy them individually packaged.
But I would just go and teach for 6 hours and come back. Like that would destroy me now, I think.
I don't know if it would.
I just wouldn't feel good.
Well, okay. The reason that I brought up my strong-willed is because I wanted to say to the coffee thing that like a lot of people have coffee in the morning because like they can't function, right?
They think
they can't function.
Yeah.
The habit is that, or like whatever that is. I've never been that way, but I've always been like I can't focus. But if I have an espresso in the morning, I can focus. So it's like this weird that I would always try to describe it to people. Like when I would leave, when I would work in the morning or go to school or whatever. Well, it was college. It wasn't high school. If I didn't have an espresso in the morning, I genuinely couldn't tell you how I got to where I was driving because I'm so distracted that I'm thinking about 50 things at the same time.
Yeah. And
I couldn't remember like any of the events from getting in the car to getting to the location that I was going in the morning. But if that's without coffee, but if I have the espresso, I know exactly how I got there. I could tell you like pretty much every signal. I could tell you how I got there. Like my focus is that much better.
You just brought me back to like so many times that that's so scary to think about. Like I would get home and have no idea how I got home.
I hated that. And that was also the reason that we first got that Prius. That was the traffic aware cruise control.
Yeah.
And then a huge reason why we got the Tesla the first time, because I was working and I was like, I don't have enough capacity to get home where I feel comfortable in myself getting home.
Yeah.
With like how tired I am. And then when I would drive just like, I don't want to, it's a normal car, but like a car without those cruise controls or autopilot or anything. It was like I would literally get home and I'm more drained than I already was, and I have had no time to decompress. I can't imagine people like how overloaded people are.
Oh yeah.
Like all the time with stuff like that. So that's so crazy, and that's
yeah.
That's
Like,
where my
that's
coffee
wild.
consumption started, and then that's where the like car started.
Yeah.
Now I'm just lazy. Like I'm like on the freeway, I'm not gonna drive. The car's gonna drive, and I'll just
I'm
be
just
aware.
like, is that there are so many things that add to mindset and like where you are in life. Like I feel that 2020 helped me a lot in these ways because I started developing habits of like healthy habits of things to do in the morning to get my mind right, to get my body right, working out more, paying attention to what I'm eating, and like just little things that all added up to be what they are now. And I am a completely different person than I was before 2020 in regards to that. Like I was all over the place. Maybe not outwardly, but inwardly, like so scattered. Never took time to even do like mindfulness or anything like that.
Oh, that's the other one I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot that I do 2 minutes of mindfulness every
I
morning.
walked in on your mindfulness today.
No, you didn't.
I?
You were out there. I see you. I see you. I hear you. I sense you.
I tried. Taylor was sitting in here, like
I try to be away
in
from you.
his zone, but I went in here to go to the bathroom because I thought he was going to go into the other bathroom. Like I was trying to be courteous of you, and so I was going to go in here, and then I saw his knees, and I went, oh shoot, and then I turned and I was like, oh man, he's probably doing mindfulness, and I just verbally said, oh shoot.
I didn't hear you say anything.
Oh, okay.
So
Good.
I don't remember that. I did see your arm. Ow. That hurt a lot.
You almost said a bad word.
Yeah, I know.
I did that in the closet. I hit my elbow on the thing. That was your wrist though?
Yeah, it was
Ah,
like the base. That actually hurt a lot,
I'm sorry.
surprisingly. Okay. I'm
What were
fine.
you going to say? Do
I
you
don't-
remember?
I don't know now. Oh, I saw your arm. I didn't hear you say anything.
Oh, okay. I always feel
But yeah.
so bad when I
No,
Do that.
You're fine.
interrupt your
You're fine.
Zen.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
That's
not that
one
big of a
thing
deal.
I've been skipping actually is mindfulness.
How dare you?
I do it like randomly throughout the day.
It's made such a big difference. It's the whole conversation of this to people is like, or when I started with one of our friends, was it Jonathan? I think it was Jonathan. Anyway, whenever we were talking about it, they were genuinely curious about us, and like, or about me and like how I've been able to be more clear and be more like conscious of what is going on and like be able to make any form of like critical decisions like pretty much immediately. And I'm like, well, it's really been a lot of that practice and that just like trying stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm like, why would Apple put a whole app that they spend a lot of money developing and figuring out and trying if it wasn't worth it?
Yeah.
Like if it notifies you every day by default when you get an Apple Watch, why would it not be something that actually benefits you? Right?
Good point.
Like if I know that the fitness app has the stand for a minute every hour thing because it's like tried and proven to like help you
Yeah.
as a human, I'm like, well then why wouldn't the like mindfulness one of 1 minute also be something that's like proven to be very beneficial to you? So I'm like, okay, well maybe I should give that a shot. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this means. Like sometimes I'm like, I don't know.
yeah.
But like you do it or I do it and it's like, it used to be one of those where I would like, it would be kind of one of the last ones. Like, oh, if I'm in a hurry, I'll just like do it in the car or something. And I'm like, that doesn't work. But then I started to notice how if I didn't do it, that 1 minute made a huge difference in my day. And I'm like, cool, then it's a non-negotiable. And then I just, what?
Are you at the point when you do it that you like know when the minute is up? Like you know when the last breath is?
No, sometimes. It depends fully on how much I'm working out
Really?
because of my soreness on my like torso. So like, because I can't fully breathe in all the way because my muscles are tight
Yeah.
sometimes. And I do it before stretching too. So that might also be
You're that tight?
no, I'm too tight to do like really,
breathing.
really deep breathing. Because when I can get myself to get, so like my heart rate, when I know I'm doing like a really good job of being really calm, my heart rate's at like 60 or 58.
Mhm.
Like that's what like the mindfulness heart rate is at. But when I know that it's just pretty average or like I'm a little bit more distracted, then I'm at like high 60s, 70.
What's your heart rate right now?
Right this moment, my heart rate, you just have that app on like just
No, I just
ready
found
to
it.
go?
It's measuring mine right now. 1 minute ago, I was at 68. 66.
66, 9 minutes ago. Let's go. No, so like
So calm.
so I don't know what it was today, but on the days where like I've been really calm and I go into it and like my body's not like sore or tight and I can, because some days, most days when I've been working out a lot, I'm a little bit more tense in general, so I can't relax everything enough to do really deep breaths. So like that I can't get to be the like full calm, because usually when I do the like breathing, I only do the 1 minute ones. I know if you do longer, it gets the gaps are longer.
Mine to 2.
I could do it probably if I wanted to, but the 1 minute is the sweet spot that works.
The breathing gaps are longer?
When you do 2 minutes, it starts to it helps you slow it down more a little bit, I think. So you're not breathing as quickly, right?
I don't know. It's at my pace.
I don't know. But I know that when I do it, I can go like 1.5 of them if I like really am trying to get myself to calm. So so it's almost like I have to rush it to like stay on it because I can go slower.
Would 2 minutes be too much?
I just don't want to. I don't need to, I don't feel like.
For me, I like get to a certain point after 1 minute and I hated when it stopped. I didn't know I could change it at first.
I do the 1 minute of the breathing and then I do 1 minute of the reflecting. So I literally do the 1 minute and then I do another minute of reflection immediately after it.
Yeah, so, I got to do 2 of breathing and then the 1 minute of reflect is fine.
I go just bare minimum and see if it works. And then if it's working, I'm not going to break it.
Sure.
You know, like.
But we also, if you don't have an Apple Watch, in our Mind, Body, Soul, Taylor has made mindfulness videos with original music and sounds and video that does a similar thing. So
I do like the music situation for that. It's kind of nice if you need to calm down a little.
I wish that like that was a mixture, like that it would be the audio.
Oh, if they had audio, that would be
your
sick.
Audio.
Apple, please. That'd be cool.
It's in the website membership and the YouTube membership if you want to check that out. It's good.
I like it. But yeah, my habits were it's been a long process. The journaling was one of those things where I was just like, I need to get focus. I can't focus. There's too many things that I'm doing and I would always get distracted, and the easiest way to focus was to do something on my phone, but that focus was usually not something that was productive in any way. Yeah. And so like, I guess the journaling is not something that there's no rules.
The journaling has been the biggest thing for me. That's like,
I also do
number one.
I have like a little passport notebook. It's basically, if you know what the brand Field Notes is, I don't know what, it's like a 3.5 by 5 or 3 by 5. Yeah. It's like a real small thing, and I write 1 page, but I write really small and I write with a 0.3 pen. So like my handwriting is like tiny in that. So I think I write like 40 lines.
That's my on the go one. I have a bigger one that I prefer to write in.
The bigger ones kind of stress me out because I'm like, I don't think I'm going to get, because I write so small. Like I can't physically write. Well, I can. Well, I don't like writing big.
On days that I'm not feeling like writing a lot or I want to write really small, I just do half a page.
I don't know. I like the completion of a page. And I do 1 page or 1 page. And so like each day is a page. And so it gets me through 4 months because 120 pages.
That's what I just bought. Another one. It's just from Target. A notebook that's like that big. You bought
a big old guy.
But I have a few years. I think I did it I used that in 2020. No, 2021 and 2022. So I have 2 notebooks and they're each a year, which I love. I think that's so cool. And then 2023, I messed it up because I tried to use the same little notebook that he was using. I was like, oh, I'll give that a try because it's smaller. I didn't like that. It's all learning and figuring out what you like and don't like. And that's okay. Like I'm learning that that's okay. It's okay if I don't like doing something that maybe he likes doing, or like I need to kind of maneuver it for me. That's okay. And I don't know what in my brain was like, yes, we have to do the same morning routine. That's dumb. Like we're not the same person. So we don't need to.
I think it was also that you came from 0 morning routine, and I always had like a couple little things that I would always do, like the push-ups and planks.
Mm-hmm.
And then because I used to have like it was like back. It wasn't really hip problems, but it was because my hips were not straight.
Mm-hmm.
So that like I had lower back problems. So like I couldn't stand for like long. Like an hour was kind of like my back would start to hurt. And so I would have to stretch. And I finally figured out that it was like my hamstrings were too tight.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started doing push-ups, planks, and like I would just stretch a little bit. I basically
like
would just
minutes.
do not even
Really?
probably. Yeah. I would just do like, I would do the like where you hold your leg and you like reach for your toe, and then you switch legs and you reach for your toe. And then I think
The channel
maybe
4 one.
Yeah, I do the channel 4 one laying on your back, and then I would like do the like both arms reaching to your toes, and that was like it.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't do like any other stretching. I don't think. I really don't remember. Like maybe I would do a little bit more, but like it really wasn't a lot. But I knew that if I didn't do those stretches, my back, I would for sure not be able to stand.
Yeah.
For that long. And so then that turned into longer stretching, but I can speed through it in like 15 minutes if I need to, but it's still like 15 minutes. I can't, if I go faster, or if I can't really go faster. And if I do, I might as well just like not do it or skip half of it. Like just not even bother.
For a while, I was like, okay, I can't have an appointment before, or like a meeting or anything before 10 o'clock. At first it was 11, actually. It was like 11 o'clock because I would wake up at like 9 and I needed to go through that whole thing.
So crazy.
And then I moved it to 10. And this was like my own personal rule. Then it was 10. And then it went up to 9. I've like moved it up an hour every 4 months or so. And now it's like, okay, I can have an appointment as early as like 8 if I get up correctly.
Sometimes I have call times at like 7.
Yeah.
So you just wake up earlier.
Yeah. We just wake up at 5.
Yeah. That sucks.
But
if you go to bed,
it works. It doesn't suck that bad. It's only when we have like really big plans the night before.
It doesn't suck that bad because we get up only an hour later.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. So, you know.
Well, today I got up at 7.
Yes, you did.
7 or like 7?
Okay, so my bone to pick with her and her morning routine is, and we're gonna wrap it up on this, baby.
Okay.
Nicole goes, you know what? I'm gonna start getting up earlier, and so I'm just gonna set my alarm at 5.
No, that day I set it for 5:20.
No, you did not.
Yeah.
No, because I woke up at 5:01 and
Okay,
was
go on.
pissed.
He was so mad.
Nicole is notorious for, here's an alarm, full volume, does not do anything. Waits until the alarm stops making sound and snoozes itself. The alarm snoozes itself and then comes back up and is full volume until it snoozes itself. And then she has 3 more alarms, full volume, that she is not going to wake up to. And the weirdest, like 47 minutes later, and then 42 minutes later, and then 10 minutes later. And I'm like, you don't wake up to those anyway. Why on earth are you setting them?
Because sometimes I do.
But you don't. What wakes you up is me being so pissed that you ruined this, because you even told me, and you were like, I'm going to wake up. I'm not going to wake you up. And I'm like, cool, dope. That means you are like prefacing to like, you're going to hear it and you're going to get up.
I know I have to tell you so that my brain hears it.
That's great, except it doesn't work. Because the other day, her alarm goes off at 5, so loud, And it wakes me up like out of the, the part of your sleep when you get woken up and it's not a good place. You're a little out of it and you're just like confused and frustrated. That's where this alarm woke me up.
I'm sorry.
And
I said I'm sorry.
And I was like, she's not moving. She's not getting up to this. And I pushed you and I said, you need to snooze your alarm. And you literally like asleep snoozed your alarm.
I know
and
exactly where the snooze part is on the phone.
And I was so mad.
Is this a setting I can change? That the side button will snooze it?
It does snooze it.
No, I know. Can I make it not do that?
Maybe. Probably not.
That's a bad thing for me to know.
You know what you need to do? Be a grown-up and get up with your alarm.
It's not that in that moment. It's not whether I'm being a grown-up or not.
It is that you need to own that you've made the decision to get up with the time that you chose, that you said you're not going to interrupt my sleep, that I have no need to be up at that time. And you have whatever desire to be up at that time, but instead you want to sleep through it. Let me wake you up to do it. Yeah. And then 20 or 40 minutes later, whenever the alarm goes off again, same thing. Except this time, I'm awake. Can't go back to sleep. Fully awake.
And we got up.
No.
Yeah.
You stayed in bed till 6:50 while I'm awake trying to get you out of bed for 40 minutes. That is the problem.
My mom listens to this. She did this for years. She did this for so many years because going to school, I will
light the bed on fire.
If we've made it this far, no, you won't.
I will buy new sheets and have them ready and light those on fire. See if you get up.
Violence. So violent.
No.
Yeah.
Didn't say it was going to burn you. Just said I'm lighting them on fire. Who doesn't love a little bit of fire?
Oh my!
Makes everything more exciting. You love a fireplace.
Anyway, that's different.
No, it's not.
This is literally for years. My mom was so mad because my dad always had to get up earlier than her and he would sleep through, he would do the same thing and he tried so hard to not do it and not wake her up and all of that. And she was so mad about it all the time.
I'm not mad about it.
So I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Hold on. I'm not mad about it when it's the normal alarm. It's when you go, I'm making an effort to change it. And every time you do that, you don't do anything to change it.
Well, if you notice, I just gave up this time. Because you were so mad and I felt so bad. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to get up when you get up.
You can get up whenever you get up. But also, you don't wake up to your alarms now anyway.
I know.
My alarm goes off at 6:10. And your alarm goes off at like 6:50. And I'm just annoyed that your alarm's going off and you won't get up.
No. You want to know what my alarms were today?
What?
6:10.
Okay.
6:22.
Okay.
6:47.
Why are there 3?
Because I'm not going to wake up with the first 2.
I have 1.
Okay, I'll try it. We'll report back. Next episode, I'll report back if I wake up to my 1 alarm.
If she's not here, you'll know why. She's asleep in bed because she didn't wake up with her alarms. I'm not doing
or
it.
He burned the sheets.
I'm not doing it. I'll just burn the sheets. You got to sleep in the cold. I'll make you sleep on the balcony. It's freshly sealed. I did it today. It's going to smell great. It's going to smell like spray stuff. It'll be awesome. It'll be so good for you.
Bug.
It's a little fruit fly. Well, if you've liked this conversation, you could like, subscribe. I am curious if anybody else has a crazy morning routine like me. It usually only takes me about an hour and a half to get through it.
Or if
hour
you just
is being generous. It's definitely an hour and a half.
And walk into the world.
Yeah, do you just wake up and walk into the world? What's your morning routine? Hit me with it. Hit us with it. I want to know. If you want episodes early, you can get them by subscribing on our website and on the YouTube channel.
Or if you want the mindfulness and all of that, and or skating, the memberships are tiered.
Yes,
so
they are.
You get everything with the other ones.
That's true. So if you have the Roll With Me memberships, which is the skating stuff, or you have the Mindfulness Wellness one, it also comes with the podcast early. So you can get any of those. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.